Okay, so we're back, and I've killed 17 of them, so this guy will be the last one. One of the poor Boglights was actually on the receiving end of a 6k epic conclusion, which, given that these guys got 2.7k morale health, it utterly destroyed him. It probably sent him back to the first age or something. It was pretty brutal. So we have to hand that one back in at the main encampment, so I'll just remove that from the tracker, just so it doesn't confuse us. We need to summon Maya Fang, who should be at the northwest, so this red icon over here. So we'll go do him next. If we can duck and weave through all these stuff without pulling anything. There's something hiding behind a tree, isn't there? And then once we've done that, we can go talk to Nifty, and I think Nifty might have some other quests as well for us, because we seem to be a bit light at the moment. So somewhere around here, is it? Yeah, there we go. There's a freshly mauled corpse, which is some kind of goblin by the looks of it. So we activate that, and then dun dun dun. Oh, it's a saber cat. He's only 11k. He's not too bad. He's not as bad as the shard dropper. Dropped a stone just to stun the minor swamp cat that's around as well, stop him from giving us hassle. They're both casting knockbacks to me, which is slightly annoying, but there we go, he's dead. Try not to pull everything else, given that I'm running around near other swamp cats as well. There we go, got a bit of a stun on him. He's dead, lovely. Just get a bit of a heal over time working on me. So that needs to hand back in at the main encampment as well, so let's just hide that on the tracker. And then let's go talk to Nifty at his camp. So he's going to tell us that, you know, he's found some place full of really horrible, nasty trees, and wants us to go investigate. Now, even though we've rescued Rozar and Stigger, they're still kind of sat around staring at the lights. They're obsessed. So just over here, we've got his tent where this light source is.
What do you need?
So there we go, we need to go and approach 5 Huorns. So those guys should be to the west of where we start. There should be a way into this glade, because behind here, I mean, you can see one up the top there, there's a Huorn. But if we head kind of like west or northwest of him, just follow this mountain range, eventually, hello, not sure if that was on the hill or not. I've pulled a saber cap. Here we go. There's 2 of them guarding this entrance. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's very dark. Right, let's kill the swamp cat. So the tactical decision is approach the Huorn, which, given that it's hostile, is going to end badly. But I'm trying to think. Is this the first time in game that we've seen an actual Huorn? In my playthrough, at least. I think it might be. No, it isn't. Of course it isn't. There's some in Breeland, isn't there? God, no. I have to forget those ones in the Southern Barrowdowns. So yeah, we can attack these guys. But yeah, they're 11k. They're pretty big, but you know, we've killed worse in our time here. Obviously, you probably don't want to be putting these en masse unless you're like a tank or something, So you've got a Death Wish, or you know what the hell you're doing, basically. So ideally you want to be fighting these guys one-on-one. Which the other tree that was near the entrance, he wasn't a static guard, he was patrolling up and down. So we just waited for him to disappear. So now we can kind of go up this slant, which puts us on this plateau above the rest of the swamp. So this guy's patrolling around. There's a couple of guys flanking either side, so if in doubt, just kind of like swing your mouse around and see anything lighting up, because that's probably the easiest way to tell, is it a tree or is it a Huorn. Try not to fall off the edges as well. So right, let's attack this guy. Bear in mind, you probably can knock me back as well, so make sure you don't have a drop behind you, otherwise he could send you flying. That's 2 defeated. So the patrolling one, I think he's just turned around at the back now. Right, can we get an epic conclusion? Bang! 4k. That'll do nicely. Alright, so what have we got down here? Is there any more lurking on the sides there? So we'll come down the bottom. Now these two are having a little chat on the right hand side there. They're probably a bit too close to pull safely. So if I just come around on the left, there's one over here I can do. There we go, charge up that epic conclusion. That's another 4k hit. Didn't see the exact number. It was enough, put it that way. There we go, 4 of 5. Now those two guys are still sat next to each other according to the map, but if I come a bit deeper, there's plenty more trees where they came from. Let's go take this guy on the right hand side. So as you can see, there is a lit up bit on the floor, because we're going to come back and do something for that later. But that's not for our current quest. So once we've killed this guy, we don't have to run out the way we came, we can just jump off the cliff to the side. That's 5 of 5. I know we need to approach the largest Huorn and attempt to communicate with it. So it's not this guy at the back, it's the tree literally behind him. Now we're going to have to kill him in order to get to that guy and talk to him, just because he's close. So if I'd noticed that, I probably would have killed him instead. There we go. So speak to him. The Huorn's twigs shiver menacingly as you draw near, but it does not attack. It is a very old tree, and its will is strong. Surely this is the tree that the elves perceived as they passed Sad Merin. As you stand at its roots, your mind is impressed with recollections of a fair green forest full of new life, and a shadow of fear ever growing. The green life withers, blackens and dies. Evil poisons consume the very water and air. So this is a tree that remembers the good old days of Greenwood the Great, basically, before it got all poisoned and twisted and turned into Mirkwood. So we can just jump off this cliff anywhere to the east hand side. I can just run back up to the camp, basically, which is not too far at all. We'll hand in that with him.
How can I be of service?
And he's going to say, talk to Menasio at Carin Amroth, so way back in Lothlórien. What a bit of an arsehole. So, and annoyingly, I can't mithril coin it, so we're going to have a little cut away, and I will get myself over to Carin Amroth, and we'll see what that elf has to say for herself. Okay, so we're back then in Lothlórien, and daylight! Hooray! Do you even remember what daylight looks like, guys? Look at this, it's a lovely sunny daytime in Lothlórien right now. So let's talk to Menasio.
Hail, what brings you to Lórien?
What brings you to Lórien? Well, I've got this sapling, and it looks a bit funky, so have a look. Now she's going to give that some inspection, and we now have to return with the man on sapling to Niftir, which is probably quicker if I just mithril coin it to be done with. And what's he going to say?
Megovanen, will you lend me your ear?
So he's going to tell us to go back into that glade and plant the Malon seedling at the very back, as you do. So we're going to have to crawl our way back inside there. I think it's a little bit lighter now as well, since it is sort of daytime in the world. But at the very least, you know, it's a bit lighter in the background, if nothing else. Even if the wood itself is pretty miserable and dark. Now, is he coming or going? He's coming. I'm pondering whether I can run all the way down without if they would reset or not. I think it's probably best if I did take it slow. Now, strictly speaking, I could elf stealth. go. Yeah, sneaking. Yeah, yeah. This is the elf racial trait to go into stealth, which is incredibly slow. It's not like burglar stealth. So what was it? -3 stealth level, greatly decreased movement speed, but it doesn't actually tell me how much it is. But I suppose it's better than nothing. It means we don't have to end up fighting 50 million trees. But we are limping along. You'd think that the elves would be naturally quite good at being stealthy, since they can tread pretty lightly as it is. Now then, I think as soon as we get past this one, probably come out of the stealth and just run the rest of the way. Hello. Now we should be okay. There might be one or two we might actually have to get in a fight with. Hang on. That's a swamp cat. I'll take the swamp cat, that's fine. Come on, you can fight me. I'd rather fight you than the tree. Now this is the bit we need to go to, the promising bit of earth. So we're going to have to wipe him out. He tried to knock me back, but I stunned him at the same time, so it kind of did a bit of a half-assed knockback. Okay, that's him down. Oh, bloody hell, there's another one. Right. Oh, you hit the Huorn! God damn it! Well, we did it anyway, alright. Sod the tree. Abandoned ship. He'll lose interest sooner or later. Oh god, no, he's not losing interest. He's not losing interest. It's an all-terrain Huorn. It just came down the mountain. God damn it. These days, things will quite happily follow you down past impassable terrain rather than just going, well, I can't climb up or down that hill, so I'll let him go. Die! I'm coming out of range. Don't resist me. Jesus. Oh, I don't need to talk to him at all. We need to go back to the main camp, so that's before going back up there. So we're going to have a few hand-ins from all the other quests we've done. So that's that one. If we come back over here, we've got another one. And another one over here. Now, is that all of them?
What can I do for you?
That is it. So just double check then. So yeah, that is the last one that we need here. So the next thing we need to do then is go to Lothlórien. So that would be the region a bit to the east as well. I suppose we might as well just ride up there now, do it manually, and we can probably do the scouting quest, I guess. Since two of them are going to be pretty close to Lothlórien, the third one we might just have to poke our noses into the Scuttle Dells as a bit of a teaser for a future recording session. So, choice of ways. So we've got to put that up, and we've got the road to Lothlórien, which is our vector quest to that region. So, the road to Lothlórien is literally inside Lothlórien by the looks of it. And the three scouts, as I say, one is northwest of Tau Morvith, one is at the gates to Lothlórien, or Oscalad in Lothlórien, I use the names interchangeably, and one's in the northeast of the Scuttle Dells. So, we take this road pretty much due east from here, actually. That's going to take us pretty much to the first scout, so that's quite nice. Have to avoid as many of these mobs as possible. Obviously, we're going to a new region with deeper, so these guys are actually the same level as me now. So, Tau Morvith. So this one's like on the lower parts of the valley. Yeah, down here there's like loads of nasty like ruins and orc camps in this region, and a few bits of undead as well. But the undead mostly are in like the Ashen Slades haunted area down the bottom there, and I fell in a hole. I've enraged spirit. So just over here should be the first scout. Staring at these eerie trees over here. What's that down there? That's an orc. So there's a Rimbers.
I do not know if the Southern Way is the ideal road for the Hidden Guard.
So there are a number of orc camps in Town Moor with Balthelion. I do not know if the Southern Way is the ideal road for the Hidden Guard to take to Dol Guldur. My friend Malundol headed south to investigate, but he has not returned. If you would travel south and scout the pair of orc forts there, you may find some sign of my friend. If the orc presence is so great as to cause him trouble, it is certainly too dangerous for the Hidden Guard to bring Mazog this way. It is to be hoped that Malundol is not in Cruel Lugu itself, but you should start your search there, in case the worst has happened. And we can actually get some I think some of those swords are actually nice cosmetics. We'll check them when we get a hand in. So, where do we get vectored to? So, if we set that as our quest focus, and that will vector us further down into the valley. So we're not actually doing the landscape quest for these regions today. I'm just doing the epic, and the epic will actually end up bringing us back to these regions anyway, for plot reasons. There's some camps there with quests. I'm not here to pick those up though. So we go up to the doors. You make a note of the orc presence at Cruel Lugu. Find Malundol in or around Cruel Lugu. So it's around here somewhere. Should be pretty much due south. Oh, there we go. That was easy.
More orcs are coming up from the south. You must help me.
Adlanio, have you come from Cruel Lugu? I went to scout those orc camps, but more orcs came marching out from the east, from Dol Guldur, and I could not rejoin the Rimbers in the north. I have been resting to regain my power before attempting to make my way there, in open plain sight, it should be said. I am not yet at my full strength, and more orcs are coming up from the south. You must help me. Alright. Engage. Drop the old runestone, get a bit of an AoE stun. I think there's going to be like 2 or 3 waves of these guys, but it shouldn't really pose too much of a challenge. Unless you're really squishy and like taking all the aggro. More are coming, my friend. Ready yourself. Well, this time there's 3 in the wave. Another runestone just to stun them all. Just watch out as well. There's some patrolling guys. I think he's a quest mob. So yeah, he's not got the special ring. And I've just shot him with my... Yep. Ah, beautiful. Hello, orc. Alright, EMP blasts on this. I accidentally fired before I retargeted the guy that I meant to aim at. So we're killing a guy that's for a quest that's later on that we aren't doing right now, so that's unfortunate. I'll let Malundol fight that thing, because as long as he doesn't kill this guy, we won't spawn a 3rd wave, assuming there is a 3rd wave. In the meantime, it gives me time to actually deal with this guy. Oh, 4.6k, that's quite nice. You have successfully defended Malundol. So there we go, we can talk to Rimbers at the Verdant Shrine. Back to the north. And then we have, yeah, 3 different swords, and I think there's an item XP room which is about 70 or 80k. So it's not too bad if you didn't prefer any of those swords. But these days, since we can do cosmetic weapon equipment, I'm probably going to actually want to pay attention to those, because I think one of them was like a really nice, like curved falchion. Was it the tactical?
This way is
one or
not
something?
safe. The Hidden Guard must find another route.
So we've got a pretty much straight up one with kind of like some engravings down the middle of the blade there. There we go, like a nice like curved one. There's like an S shape, which is pretty cool. Or a mace, which looks pretty much like a bazooka rocket, but whatever. I'd quite like that one for my collection. A nice little curvy one. It's pretty funky. Right, so thank you for scouting the orc camps of Cruel Lugu and for coming to the aid of Malundol, Adlaniel. With what you have to say about the orc presence in Town Morvith, it must be my recommendation to the Hidden Guard that the southern route to Dol Guldur is not safe. Bringing the orc Mazog this way would be ill-advised indeed. They must find some other way to the fortress, a way that preserves the secrecy of their errand. And just to confirm as well, it's 83,700 for the IXP rune. So we do that. That is the first way to be scouted. So the second one is to scout the way through Emendlum itself. So if we drive a little way north, we're going to come into sight of this big fortress up here. So there's ways in each of the compass points, so north, south, east and west. Can go in that way, there's nothing wrong with that. But the people we need to speak to are at the west gate, so I'll just come around this side. Try not to pull anything.